Okay, that's pretty good as it is. We're going to do sort of an effects chain on this as well then. So just to sort of toughen the whole thing up, we're going to add a bit of compression and a little bit of EQ just to change the tone of it slightly. And we'll do maybe a bit of saturation on it as well. So I'll drop the compressor in and we'll just bring the threshold down just to get some gain reduction coming up here on the right, which we're starting to get there. We're just going to really heavily compress this. We'll bring the attack back slightly so it doesn't come in just too quickly. And then we'll bring the release up as well so that it gives the sort of compressor, it doesn't sound just as, I don't know, it's hard to explain the actual words. It doesn't make it sound just as harsh, I guess. You can hear yourself the effect that it has when you push the release up and when you bring it down. You know, it's very, very harsh there. And then we'll push the ratio right up as well. So I need to bring the volume of this track down a wee bit as well here. Starting to clip a wee bit at the top. Okay, so we're getting a nice, really heavily driven kind of sound coming out of it now. So what I want to do is drop in a saturator here as well, just to fizz it up a wee bit. These might not be the most technical of terms I'm using here, but you get the idea. So we're going to add a touch of drive to this first. And with that drive and with it up completely 100% wet, it actually just sounds distorted. I'm going to go through the different types here first. Okay, so that one's quite nice. It's quite crispy at the top. Okay, so we're obviously not going to keep it like that because it's really heavily distorted. So we're going to play about with the dry wet control until we get a nice sort of medium, just enough distortion that it sounds good. It's adding to the actual sound, but not it's not sounding completely destroyed, you know. Okay, so that's fine. You know, it's just adding a touch to it. And then we're going to drop in an EQ8 here as well, just to change the tone of this slightly. So we're going to just reintroduce any kind of bass that's maybe been lost through the compressor. We'll bring it back in here, and we'll do a sort of dip in the sort of mids, and we'll do just a touch of brightness just at the sort of upper range as well. So I'm going to sharpen this Q. Okay, and then we'll take a scoop out of the bottom here. And then we'll bring in a bit, I usually like to sort of do a wee boost at around about 1K, and then one just further up around about here. Gives it a nice sort of sizzle at the top, and then here it adds a nice sort of crunch to the sort of snare sound. Okay, so that's pretty much the kind of sound I was looking for. You can hear if I group together these effects, you can hear it with and without. you can hear that the snare is quite prominent. And with the compressor, saturator, and the EQ, it's nice and tight now. Okay, so we're going to continue on with building the rest of this then in the next tutorial.